If my hair looks a little bit greasy in this video, that's because it is, so I'm sorry about that. I normally, on my hair washing schedule, like to wash my hair last night, but it is a Friday when I'm filming this, and I get my hair cut and colored in like an hour. I have to leave in about an hour. So it didn't make sense to wash it last night when she's going to wash it today. You know what I mean? But I figured because since I do have to leave in about an hour, I would sit down and try to film just a quick little, not like a tutorial, but like a how I do my makeup quickly when I don't have a ton of time sort of thing. This isn't going to be like a no makeup sort of look. Like, you're gonna know, you're gonna be able to see that I have makeup on, which, like, thank goodness, because if you've ever got your hair done professionally, which I'm sure most of you have out there, you know when they put that cape on you, you're looking rough. Like, there has been many times where I've gone and gotten my hair done without doing my makeup, and I'm staring at myself in the mirror and like regretting my whole life decision. You know what I mean? Because even if you don't have a double chin, that cape like gives you one. And then if you do have a double chin, which like I do have a little bit of one, then it just emphasizes it. So then you're just staring at your makeupless face and your huge double chin and your hair's all crazy and you're just like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? So I am going to put a little bit of makeup on today just to give me a little something, something. And also I have to run errands afterwards. So I figured let's put myself together and look a little bit more put together. So I'm not going to put a primer on. I don't think. I did already put my sunscreen on. So for foundation, I figured I would go ahead and show you the Herborian Korean Skin Therapy BB Cream. I have talked about this many times on my channel, but I don't think I've ever shown it in action, and it is such a good product. I love it so much. So I have the shades Claire here as well as Dore. This is like the lightest one, and this is the medium. There's only a couple shades in this, so that is unfortunate. I guess since it's a Korean skincare product, they really don't have a ton of shades, which is a bummer. I will give you that. But I do take a little bit of the Claire shade, mostly Claire because it's the one that matches me the best. I put about that much on the back of my hand, and then this is annoying, but I do go ahead and put in a little bit of Dore too, just a tiny bit. That is way darker. I don't think I could ever use that shade on its own. I mainly got it to mix in, but I'm just going to mix them on the back of my hand. And what I love about this product is it's really easy to apply. So I just mixed it in there, and then I just rub it in. I am going to I already rubbed it in. So I was going to take my ring off, but I already rubbed it in, but that's okay. We are going to just rub it in my face, which you could definitely do this with a foundation. I mean, I'm sure many women out there on the daily basis apply their foundation with just their fingers and not some sort of sponge or brush or anything. Totally understand. It's quick, it's easy, it's natural looking. Like, I usually do use a sponge, but for this product I like to just use my fingers, rub it in, and it gives you a really good amount of coverage without being too makeup-y. Again, this isn't a no makeup look. I don't care if you know that I've got makeup on, and I'm gonna apply some concealer as well, but just this quick little layer on your skin that blends in really fast and easily, just evens out your skin tone just enough, in my opinion. I love to use this stuff on its own, just this, with really nothing else. Pretty much, I don't want to say on the daily basis because I don't always put it on, especially if Ivy and I are just staying at home for the day. But if I am out running errands with her, going to story time at the library, anything like that, I do like to just put this on because it gives you a nice evenness to your skin. It's glowy, so it's healthy looking, but it's not too cakey, too makeup-y, anything like that. So I wear this stuff all the time. So a lot of times I do just stop here, but I am going to go a little bit farther for today. My advice for you on this though is don't buy it full price, because full price is like $44 at Ulta, but it's almost always on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty. So I have bought, I think, 4 tubes over the last like year and a half, and I have not paid full price for it once. So don't pay full price for it. If you do want to try it out, definitely wait for a sale. Now I am going to go a step further and put on some concealer. Please excuse my nasally voice. I have a little bit of a cold. Ivy gave me a cold, so I've been battling that the past couple of weeks. I'm going to use the Tower 28 concealer. This is their serum concealer in the shade BU, or Boo, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm just going to put a little bit on my under eyes, and I will take that up on my eyes as well. And then we're going to put a little bit down here to cover up any sort of like redness that peeks throughout the day. I usually like doing this step with a concealer that matches my skin tone more, but for the sake of the video and today, it's blending out fine. I'll just use one concealer so I don't have to like make it complicated using two. I mean, this is supposed to be a quick, fast kind of makeup look, so you're not really gonna pull out like 2 concealers. I mean, maybe you would, I would, but I'm sure the normal average person out there probably wouldn't. And we're just going to blend this in. Again, help even out the skin tone a little bit more. Cover up some of the bags. Usually this concealer covers up a little bit better. I'm going to put a tiny bit more on. I think because I usually use more. Two of my best friends recently started using this off of my recommendation and they both love it. So I was really, really excited about that. If you have not tried this concealer out, it's a good one. It's serumy and hydrating, which is really nice on the other eyes, but it does give a decent amount of coverage. I wouldn't say full coverage by any means, but you know, on the daily basis, that's fine. Because it's more of a hydrating concealer, I find that it doesn't get dry under the eyes, which is really nice. Okay, and there's the base. It's looking pretty good. It's not full coverage by any means. You can still see like redness on my cheeks, some acne, a little bit of blueness on under my eyes, but I'm okay with that. For a simple, quick, everyday sort of makeup look, I'm not looking to be like super full coverage, snatched, and have everything covered up because that's just not realistic for every day. I mean, it used to be my reality every day. I used to wear like a super full coverage foundation literally every day of my life, but I just don't really do that anymore. So we're gonna leave the base there for now. For bronzer, I am gonna go ahead and use a cream bronzer. I'm gonna use the Fenty cream bronzer in the shade 02 Butter Biscuit. I have a pan in this and I am really excited about it. I want to use it up. I'm toying with the idea of doing a project pan for 2026. I haven't done one in a couple years. I started one in 2023 and then kind of abandoned it because my daughter was born and I stopped filming pretty much. But I did one in 2022 and it just felt really good to finish up my products. You spend all this money on makeup and like I want to complete them and finish them up. Like it makes me feel good. So I think I'm toying with the idea of doing a project pan. Let me know if that'd be something you guys would want to see. I know some people love that sort of content and some people don't. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. I personally don't really watch project pans, but I like the idea of doing one. Like I said, I'm finishing up my makeup. Let me know down below if you would like to see that, please. The reason I prefer a cream bronzer over like a powder bronzer in this sort of situation is because I can set this down with powder, like when I set my face down, which I will in a little bit, and it usually, most of the time, still peeks through the powder. So I have like the creaminess and the blendability of a cream bronzer, but when I set it down with my face powder, it will stay as if it's a powder bronzer. And for some reason lately, I've been preferring that over just using a powder bronzer. But for most of the time when I do my makeup, I do put a cream bronzer on and then top it with a powder bronzer. So I might do that today. I know that that's not very quick makeup-y of me, but I feel like realistically I probably would do that, you know? I would take the extra 30 seconds to put on a powder bronzer. That's just me personally and my makeup preferences. Blush though, I'm okay skipping a cream blush. So we are going to go ahead and set my face down. I just cannot get enough of the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking Powder in the shade Pound Cake. I don't know what it is about this powder. It has a hold on me. It's like the only powder I've been using the past month and a half, maybe 2 months at this point. It is a little bit thicker, heavy duty of a powder, so definitely be mindful of that if you are using it on this type of makeup look. But I just get a little bit on my powder puff, set under my eyes. My favorite thing about this is it's just super blurring on me personally. It can be a little bit drying, so again, be careful, don't use too much. But especially right here in my T-zone, like look at all my pores. And then once I put this on, hello? They're gone. Like it's so blurring, which I know powder inherently blurs because it takes away the shine. Like this side is shiny so you can see the pores and this side is not shiny from the powder. So that makes sense, but I don't know, something about this powder is just more blurring than other powders I use. I set my T-zone pretty heavily with the powder puff just because that's where I get oily throughout the day. And then we'll just take this fluffy brush and set the bronzer in the rest of my face. Yeah, and the bronzer is still peeking through even though I set my face down with powder, which is just nice because then you don't have to go over it with the powder bronzer. I probably still will a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I probably still will. But if you really truly were in like a super rush and you had to get your makeup on in like 10 minutes or less, you know, this would be a good way to save a step, you know? All that being said, I am gonna put a little bit of powder bronzer on. I'm gonna use the new Givenchy one that I just got in the Sephora sale. Not a lot. Just hit the top of my forehead, a tiny bit on my cheeks, a tiny bit along my jawline to help just define it a little bit more. And then I am going to take a tiny bit and contour my nose. I know that that's kind of excessive, especially for like a quick, easy, everyday makeup look, but that step of like putting on powder bronzer and contouring my nose really truly does take me like 30 seconds. So for me, it's worth it to add in that extra step. It just makes me feel better about myself. I don't know. And then I'm going to swirl my brush into the 3 matte bronzers, and we're just going to throw that into my crease. Just give a little definition on the eyes. This is also a good time where I would probably want to use my Armani eye tint. I love that stuff, and that is super quick and easy. But I usually put that on like before I would put any powders on my eyes, so I kind of, that ship already sailed kind of thing. But that's also a really great product to have in your back pocket just for quick makeup looks like these, where you can just put on a cream eyeshadow really quickly, blend it in, and boom, you're ready to go. I didn't really want that much eyeshadow on my eyes. That's another reason I didn't use it, but that is a good way to look put together very quickly, you know? I'm gonna use my Glossier Cloud Paint blush in the shade Float. I don't know, I'm just feeling this really pretty, like berry sort of wintry berry look on my cheeks today, especially since we woke up with like 2 inches of snow on the ground. Ooh, that got intense really quick. Oh no. Okay, it's okay, we'll tone it down, we'll tone it down. Be careful with this blush, it can get intense. Oh my gosh, okay, what is happening? Maybe I had some extra on the brush before, like when I used it last. Anyways, we woke up to like 2 inches of snow today, and then also we're supposed to get more tomorrow. Like, I think like 3 to 6 inches, which is crazy. Don't worry, the roads are clear enough for me to be able to go to my hair appointment. I already had to leave and drop Ivy off at this sitter, so the roads are clear enough, thank goodness. But yeah, I love this color. I know it got really intense really quickly, so just like be careful, but something about this shade, it's very dark and intense for my light skin tone, but when I go light-handed, I know I didn't really today, but I don't know, I just really like this berry sort of tone. I've talked about this on my channel kind of recently, so maybe I'm being a broken record, but I really, really like this. Brows, I'm just going to quickly use my Maybelline Super Lock Tinted Brow Glue. Brow glue. I was trying to say gel and glue together. And we're going to pop that in my brows. I'm trying to debate if I want to put a little highlighter on. I think I'm going to skip it for now. Question mark. I am going to put a light coat of mascara on with my Clio Kill Lash mascara. Not too much. I love this stuff because it really does hold a curl. So even when I put on a light layer, it just makes my lashes look good, you know, and like long and curled, which I appreciate. I mean, I know that doesn't look natural. Like, I know you can tell that I have mascara on, but it's not like a super thick, bold eyelash, you know, which, I mean, you really can't get that with this mascara, which I'm fine with. I really only care about it for the curling aspect. But I'm also going to skip putting some on the lower lash line. That will help make it look a little bit more natural. Again, this isn't a no makeup, but I don't want like crazy mascara when the rest of my makeup is pretty subdued. I did get a little mascara on the eyelid, you know, but we're going with it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, I do think I want to put a little bit of highlight on, but I'm going to go ahead and use my Pixi On The Glow Super Glow Highlight Moisture Stick. This is in the shade Natural Luster, just because this is a little bit more of a natural sort of highlight look than like a powder, because it's like a cream. I'm going to warm it up on my finger, and then we're just going to lightly... Okay, well, that looks very intense. We're going to wipe off my finger, yep, and then keep tapping. I mean, that still looks pretty intense. That wasn't really the look I was going for. Although it looks more intense on camera than in person. That's good. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I just wanted a little tiny something on my cheeks. A little tiny glow. Yeah. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Like I said, it's looking a little bit more intense on camera than in person. But I also do have these like bright lights in front of me. So I'm sure once I don't have those on and it's just like normal lighting, it won't be that intense. So before lips, we are going to put on some setting spray. For that, I'm going to use the Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray. I love this because it really does help your makeup last, but it is hydrating, so it gives a little tiny bit of glow, which I'm here for, especially on like a, oh, hold on. I love that setting spray, but if you talk while you're spraying it, it gets like in your throat and makes you choke. I've done it many, many times. So I love it because it does like give a little bit of glow to the skin, which is just healthy and natural looking, which is what I prefer with this type of makeup look. You know what I mean? Okay, lastly for lips, I'm not going to go too intense. I don't think I'm going to wear a lip liner just because that would make it look a little bit more done up than what I'm really going for. Picking a lip product should not be this hard, but it is. Oh. Okay, maybe I'll just use this coffee one again. to show it to you guys, because last time I used it in a video, I used it with lip liner, which is fine, but it would be nice to see it on its own. So this is the Coffee Lassie Lip Staining Lip Oil in the shade Sweet. So we're just going to put this on. Like I said before, I like this product, but I just feel like it oxidizes and gets darker. When I first apply it, it looks really pretty, but even now already it's like oxidizing and getting a little bit darker on my lips. But honestly, it kind of matches the blush like pretty perfectly. So I'm not hating it. And when I do have on a little bit more makeup like this, it's fine. It's just that wasn't my intended use when I bought it. I bought it to wear with just like the skin tint like I had on in the beginning of the video, and then it's just too intense for that. But right now with the blush and the mascara and stuff, I think it's looking good. And it is a pretty color. Like, it's a pretty product. Just a little bit darker than what I was intending. And that was it, you guys. It was a quick go-to makeup look when you just gotta run out the door very quickly. I did this in 30 minutes filming, but if I wasn't filming and talking to you guys, I could have slapped this on my face in like 10-15 minutes max. You know what I mean? If I was really trying, definitely under 10, I could have just slopped it on. You know what I mean? So I like this type of look. It makes you look put together and polished and like you got your life together, but it really doesn't take that much time or effort to do so. Yeah, I really like this look. I do feel just pretty in it, and like I said, polished and put together. Am I still gonna probably hate my reflection when I've got that cape on? Yeah, probably, but it's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do to get your hair fixed, because I really do need my hair fixed. You can see my highlights are grown out like a good inch, and I really need my hair cut. So I'm excited about this hair appointment, but I wanted to just film when I could, sit down and film when I could for you guys, and do a quick, simple, throw it on, run out the door makeup look. Let me know down below in the comments, what are some of your go-to quick makeup looks that you just like to slap on really quick that help you feel put together but are quick and easy? I would love to hear what your guys' routine is down below in the comments. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.